All right, everybody. I just got a notification that I am live directly after I press the button. So I'm hoping that I've done a good job watching the 3 YouTube videos that all explained in different ways how to start a live stream and then schedule it ahead of time and then join that same live stream through my little software here. So I'm hoping that there are people here. The chat's been blowing up already. So cool to see. Let me see. Can I get some Pog champs in chat, or some ones, or some ASCII gang signs? Hey, Devin says, woo, praise Kier Thomas. We are on with a brand new set. All right, there we go. Put the microphone in my mouth a little bit. Oh my. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. What an episode. What an episode. Didn't see that coming. Didn't see the end of the episode coming. Love the headphones. All right, listen, these are my okay. These are a good set of headphones. The foam's coming off. It is what it is. All right. Best episode of the series, maybe. Ooh. Feels like I just had a wellness session. Amen. Sup. I can't believe how good this episode was. Oh man. Honestly, this scene right here, where with the 2 black people looking at each other about their company doing actually racist shit. I can't wait to talk about that. What I want to talk about first, though, is how are y'all doing? How's your week been? Is everybody drinking enough water? Let's make sure we're treating our outies good. Our innies need it. Okay. Hot take: Mark reintegrating will make Cold Harbor. Oh, Patrick, you're jumping ahead, bro. That's great. Oh my God. Hold that thought. Give Tillman an Emmy. Oh man, I love this man. One, he is a beautiful man. I truly think if he is in Smile 3, that shit would go so hard. The Smile series is so good in general. Smile 2, I literally saw that in theaters, and leaving the theater, I did not want people smiling at me. I did not want to see literal happiness on the people, on the faces around me. Yeah, that wild. Be in Smile 3, please. Not Gear doing blackface. Actually wild. Yeah, that. Honestly, stuff like that. I've been wanting to add this in, or maybe I have and then took it out, or maybe I already have. I talk a lot in these videos. Sometimes I forget exactly what I'm talking about, and like I don't have like a catalog of everything that I've ever said in all my videos. But I think that they're doing a really good job of showing a fake progressive company. And there's been stuff historically that they've done. Even last episode when Helena is addressing the world, and it's like, oh, I was in a private gathering with close friends and allies, as if she's like, as if she's coming out as queer, right? Like as if her being an innie is somehow in any way related. And it just seems like they're doing a good job of showing how a company could absolutely lean into the progressive space and take over and hide behind liberalism and progressiveness, and they'll know the exact words to use in order to make it seem like they're doing the best moral thing in the world, as they just slowly creep and slowly infect the world with whatever actual poison they have. I think it's cool. But let's start our engines as it is now 9:30. 115 people. Oh my God. Welcome in, everybody. All right. People keep giving Miss Wong the stink eye. That girl terrifies me. That's what I'm saying. Honestly, the most twist that they could do with Miss Wong is if she is just a little girl. If she is truly just like there, like maybe she is actually from poverty, needed this job, is doing something to help her family in a meaningful way, and we all just think that she's about to go postal or something. What's good, Jaja? Utopianism, yeah, like Disney, yeah. Such a great episode. Mr. Milchick was not feeling those paintings. I called as soon as they started talking about wanting to make him feel more at home. I was like, I feel like the most racist thing is about to pop out of that fucking box. Me and the board says hello. Hello. All right. Boogity, boogity, boogity. We're gonna pop back. Also, what do y'all think of this overlay? This is the overlay that I wanted to show y'all last week that got stuck exporting at 91% as soon as the stream is about to go live. I want to do every live stream to create a custom scene like this, and like the first one outside of Kier's house. Just because, one, I like editing videos, and two, I feel like it's just a cool little thing. So I'm glad y'all are able to come to the wellness room with me, and we're able to show, you know, the Lord Kier presentation. No, that was terrible. So let me turn this music down some, I think. Okay, so first off, love that we are seeing outside of Kier. Crazy. Like we see it twice, right? And both times it is like truly just a wasteland. There's nothing there, right? Like what am I looking at here? Like wind-swept sand, like barren wasteland. Like is this snow? Is this like, I mean, I guess it is, yeah. Like you get this if you have like a large stretch of land, just big flat land, and the wind is just making these little hills. Also, poor Miss Cobel. Poor Miss Cobel, dude. Like, this was not her episode. This was not her episode. Pay attention to CC when Helena starts talking to Cobel. Oh, you okay? Try to remind me that. Do I have a pouch? I mean, I can show y'all my belly. I don't know if we're there yet. I don't know if we're there yet, and y'all don't have weapons or me surrounded, so I might not do it. Apple TV, hello YouTube, yeah. Hey Lord, welcome. Hoover Dam is canon. Big hero redemption arc incoming. Absolutely, Harry. Looks like Alaska. I've never been, but it is what I imagine Alaska to look like. Old-timey car, middle of nowhere. I mean... This is just so crazy. Like... Such a cool little intro. Just like, it's where hell froze over. Oh, I like that. She was frightened the whole time, yeah. Oh. Mark getting ready. Like, he's got a game plan. We know that, like, at this point, he's already planning with his sister. I like that we see the ridiculous nature of the plan, like, coming to and then being acknowledged as ridiculous. him like already counting steps and stuff like that, the time it takes to get to into the office, so cool. I thought for sure at that point he was like already working with the organization. That's not just him and his sister, you know, just the queen of the underworld doing some reconnaissance. Don't copyright me. I also like this watch a lot. Honestly, when he didn't have the other one, I was like, what does it mean? What does it mean? Why doesn't he have the other one? Ooh, also, I want to do a... Give me 1 second. Technically, it's not cheating. Welcome, everybody. We have a huge amount of people in here. All right, I want to do a goal. I want to do a super chat goal. Throw out some ideas. A dance music experience seems like the best one, but it might take me a second to get it set up. Also, I don't want to dance to to music that I can't actually play on stream. Let me see. Okay. Yeah, throw out some ideas. Let's do like if we get like 5 super chats, something happens, or you know, I don't know. I need y'all to help me. I'm a brand new streamer. This isn't my field. I'm not used to the camera, the lights. It's all too much. Why was he... Oh, he was literally seeing how fast he could get in. It kind of confused me why he was sprinting at first, right? Like he was running late for work is what I thought when I first watched it, and also that it was like 1 in the afternoon because of the clock. But yeah, it's a stopwatch, right? I love that camera work, just like zooming into the back of his head real fast.
Good morning, Mr. Scout.
All right. How about a wellness room? Ooh, why is Mr. Milchick so upset about the balloons? Honestly, the balloons, that was a cool part, right? Like seeing the balloons, which I believe represent the innies in some capacity, seeing them like deflated in the hallways, unsupervised, as like our innies were running around unsupervised, really scattered all about. I think that was the intended effect there, but I'm not really sure why he had like such a reaction, right? Like maybe he was just upset that there was trash in the hallway, right? Got some keys, the new watch. I'm not seeing anything crazy. You know, it's so funny. Like, this is such a simple looking watch. I bet this is like $3,000. Like, it must be, right? Like, if somebody knows anything about watches in this chat, please let me know. But I just have a feeling. Like, in Westworld, there was an hourglass that was like this beautiful hourglass. It literally made me start collecting hourglasses. Because when I looked it up, it was $10,000, and it was like a handcrafted, just like a beautiful thing. And yeah, 10K, couldn't do it. I'd rob someone for that hourglass though. If you know anybody, and if you know the hourglass that I'm talking about, it's like $60. I have that watch for real. Storm, are you messing with me? I know nothing about watches, but I'd say it's like 3K. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. No clue. Look at the sun. I look at the sun for time. Shadows, I mean. Don't look at the sun. It's a Casio. I don't know. This looks like it could be rated like, 3,000. I mean, not 3,000. Like, 200 feet or something. I'm also not a diver. That watch looks like a bomb timer. True. I want a pouch now. I also want a pouch. I just... Imagine they... Imagine they lift their shirts up and they actually see a pouch. That shit would go so crazy. And the pouch thing. I wonder if at any point we're gonna see them with a pouch or some kind of thing that brings that back into the conversation. Like one of the last things that Bert was saying when he was describing this like narrative around MDR is that the larval will like if the MDR people die, the larva would take over or something like that. And for whatever reason, that just really hit me as a something to add if you were building a weird reveal, right? Like it was just so specific. It was so like you make those choices for a reason, and I feel like something could come back into that where metaphorically they have larval or with the files or something. I don't know. Larval offspring, yeah. I'm personally in the camp of we need more larval.
Okay, me and Helly will find the goat man and other possible goat people.
I love the idea that goat people were truly a possibility in their minds, and we see goat people.
The new break room. Maybe some of the other departments use it too.
Yeah, maybe later.
Okay, this is kind of important, Dylan.
Yeah, I'm in a good groove here, but don't worry about it. I'll get to it.
The larval cinematic universe. That's what I'm talking about.
Do not leave it behind.
Oh, indeed.
Yes, Irv.
Oh, this is so sweet. I love Irv.
I know.
Protect him. Protect him at all costs. If he dies, we riot.
Said on the video, we can go wherever we want. Lumon is listening, remember?
Oh, and I love that they address this. I love that they're like, yeah, I think it,
He's right, Mark. I did get the hint of a double meaning.
yeah, I think they're just monitoring us. I think that's what that means.
If they don't know we're doing it, how can they punish us?
You haven't been back there, have you?
No.
Look how oh my God.
We got you.
Oh, dude, she's gonna give herself away. She's going to give herself away. It honestly feels like they're doing so much with her just abundantly, apparently being Helena, that the true twist would be if she wasn't. Axe, what an episode. Richard, yes. Does she know? Goatman is creepy. Honestly, the Goatman, the one wearing the actual like goat thing, who I think was on all fours when we meet them. Goals. I just want to be a goat man. We, Lumon, have got you. True. He's like, that was weird as fuck. What just happened behind me?
So, say we find her.
Sorry?
Some reason I think it's Helly.
Take her to the goat department.
Could be.
And they're like, yes, Miss Casey's here. She's in this goat cage. What do we do then?
Well, we get her to the south stairwell. I'll go with her. And once we're out the door, my Audi will know what to do.
It's so smart. Like, it honestly is just so smart. That's all they need to do. It, like, the objective is pretty clear. push her out the door, get out the door, you're good. The Audi will come back. The Audi will see her. Easy.
Right. Okay. Well, sounds like you've got it figured out.
Are you sure you're okay helping me out with this?
Yeah.
Oh, I like this. This is also sweet. I mean, they're masking it behind this, like, also Morty and Princess Donut. The encounter. The encounter. So that's my dog. That's my cat right there. They're tiny little babies. They're amazing. Princess Donut is a Dungeon Crawler Carl reference. If y'all are not familiar with that that audio book series, you should check it out. It is very good. It is it's super goofy. I cannot tell you exactly how goofy it is. It sounds ridiculous. The premise is actually ridiculous, and something about it just got me. It just absolutely got me. It is so fun, and I truly want. There's book 7 actually should be coming out in like a month or two. Put them on screen, and I'm excited for it. Dungeon Crawler Carl, and yeah, that was Morty and Princess Donut.
Of course.
Okay, good.
Helena is going to use Mark like her own little Westworld. True. That needle drop in the credits was terrific. True. I've got a feeling that those goat people do not leave Lumon. Yeah, I think that's probably fair. Call back to Ragabi's. Your innie will know what to do. Oh, true. Very true. The goat is giving Wickerman vibes. Yep. Harry, I agree. I don't think they leave. Yep. Given the nature of their, and yeah. All the goat people do have pouches. That would actually be cool. Hope your date went smoother than this interaction scene. Maybe. Honestly, the date went well. Date went well. And then it didn't. Man, I was feeling that girl something fierce, and we, you know, she had a busy schedule. I also have a pretty busy schedule. I do a lot, and just felt like she wasn't making time to text me, and you know, so I reached out and kind of like, hey, like, the text responses are getting less and less, right? You're not like emoting as much or anything like that, and so it is what it is. She eventually said, you know, Hax, you're too cool for me. And I'm summarizing, of course, but it is what it is. It is what it is, boys. The pain in your voice. True. Honestly, y'all, life is long and strange and weird, and I really wanted that shit to work, but I've wanted a lot. I'm just glad to be here with y'all. So this moment was so awkward, though. Like, truly so awkward. Hookers and blow. So you're saying there's a chance you'll be okay. Trusting Kier. True. The right person will come along. Love is mysterious and important. Oh, y'all. Hey, this is good. I like this. I needed this. This moment, though, deeply uncomfortable. Deeply uncomfortable. The amount of time in which they are just staring at each other, I hate it. I hate it. It like that. Like, he just had a realization, right? Like what was that? Keep putting yourself out there. Heck yeah. Hey, thanks, y'all. I love y'all. Thank you. It did really seem like she wanted the kiss, right? Like she was you know, like, maybe in the outside she is absolutely touch starved, right? Like, you know, there's, you know, talk about how she is like, it's this big powerful person, but she just like grew up in a family where the mission was the most important thing. This could have been super isolating. Growing up her entire life could have been super isolating in that environment. And now that like there is a part of her that is finding love or something on the inside, she is envious of that. It really could be. And I think that they did not make her emote much in that scene so that we would keep discussing if it is truly her being titillated by the idea or if she is disgusted and just trying to do what she needs to do. Yeah, it's he feels a different vibe. Helena ain't Helly 100%. She totally forced the action in season 1. That's how I know it's not Helly. Yeah. No, exactly. Like, Helena is taking a back seat to all the plans, really, when she was the planner in season 1. Speaking of relationships, we're going to get the innie outie throuple with Dylan and his wife. Honestly, man, that scene, that maybe. I believe Helly is Helly. Helena is a terrible lady. You could be right, Pam. She hasn't cracked a joke as much. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, these balloons are interesting. Like, I don't know why they're there. I mean, I guess they're there because Mark left them there. I don't know where Mark was supposed to leave the balloons. Or, I really don't know. I really do think it just represents how, like, all of them were meant to be where they're supposed to be, like in the MDR chamber. And they're out roaming the halls, and they're, you know, not in like perfect uniform condition. They're not doing what they need to be doing. They're out and about, unsupervised. I think that's the importance of this little interaction here. To be fair, Miss Wong was supposed to mine the balloons. Ooh, Patrick, you're right. Offer. She's done. Helena, lots of questions. I think Mark realized he's already in love with Vic. Who are you talking to? Who are you talking about? Milchick seems unhappy. Might need a wellness session. True, Thomas. Also, we got 145 people here. Oh my gosh.
I've recreated the paintings. The ones I told you about. The ones my outie was working on.
Yes.
You see, I've been thinking.
Yes, dude. It's so like... That was Outie Irving's mission. Outie Irving, for some reason, we don't understand it yet, knew about the export hallway, the testing floor hallway, and he needed to get that mission, or he needed to get that image to any Irving for some kind of reason. I think it's a part of the anti-Lumon organization. I think it's part of Ragabi's everything, really. And now I just really wonder how Irving and Ragabi know each other. Like, maybe... I don't know. Maybe... Like, because she says that she's gotten better at it since PD. And, like, how would she have gotten better? Is she practicing? Is she, like... You know? Like, I don't know. We'll get there. But yeah, Outie Irving's mission was 100% to get any Irving on this mission to find this place, and it's happening. It's cool. Irving, my guy, 007, 100%.
We could look for it, Dylan.
Yeah, we could look for it. Yeah, let's just go. Let's go find it.
We could go today. You could accompany me.
There's so many hallways too, like there are doors. Like we've seen so many like just closed doors. Oh, what was the name of that department that we saw? Like it was on a wall and it was like literally frames long that we were able to make out what it said. Oh man, what was the name of that? I don't remember. But I have to imagine that at some point they just start busting down doors. I think the fact that Ragabi knew OTC was triggered is good evidence that Irving was, in fact, calling Ragabi last episode. That's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, assuming that Ragabi is no longer with the company because they knew... Did they know? Yeah. Yeah, I think Mr. Milchick or Mr. Grainer and Miss Cobel have a conversation about Ragabi being the person that did it. But we don't really see her fired or see like Lumon take any kind of like big approach to, you know, chase after her or something.
Yeah, maybe.
I really wonder what Lumon knows about Ragabi.
Maybe you go yourself, like for stealth, you know.
Dylan, not cash money.
Stealth.
Yeah,
Not cash money.
I can't really explain it.
Just swallow. Whole pass.
Look how proud he is. Look how proud he is of his hall pass. Why wouldn't Irv be reintegrated in that case? No, I totally agree. I just don't know. I think that there is some kind of history that Irving has that we don't understand. And once we get that, or whatever it is, I think the showrunners are going to kind of edge that until it's like, you know, how does he have this information? And we're like, oh, you know, it's because he's Kier. I'm just kidding. It's not that. But there's something. There's something in his backstory.
Everything chill?
Because, like, how would Ragabi and Irving be talking to each other? That's ultimately where I want to know. Assuming that was where the phone call was going to.
Dylan G, come with me, please.
Lumon didn't track down Ragabi because they swear reintegration isn't possible. Yeah. About to finish the episode now. Shit's about to get real. Edward, hey, welcome to the stream. Good morning, Seth. Maybe somehow his PTSD makes reintegration dangerous. Like military PTSD? You talking about Irving there? Because I don't think we know that he has that, but it is pretty common in the military. Brennan says, man, Lumon went through a ton of effort to bring Mark back to finish Cold Harbor, but boy, they don't seem like they're in much of a hurry for him to finish it, and in season 1, they needed Helly to finish. That is a good point. I wonder why... I mean, it could simply be that... I mean, there's a couple things there. Like, if all of this has been about Mark for some considerable amount of time, which the conversation with Miss Cobel later, where she's like, it's, you know, Cold Harbor is finally about to be done, you know, kind of shapes it as if it has been about Mark for quite some time. And so maybe the season 1, like, everyone gathered around Helly, and in Helly's employment there in general, you know, it having positive benchmarks would show, which would show that, like, not only is Severance good, but what am I trying to say? Basically that she was just a good worker on the inside. Like, it's a better PR story, I think. Everything chill.
Like
Heck yeah, Grayson.
Some coffee.
Look like your balloons could use some coffee. Also, I love that we got so much Natalie in this episode. Like, she has another face where it feels like she doesn't blink enough, or she's smiling too wide, like she's about to crack kind of smile.
They were in there.
I've got the
Of course.
Oh man, and Mr. Milchick's getting the treatment now.
The board says hello.
Natalie never change. Also, look, that's Dan Erickson's head. That's jar. Dan Erickson in a jar.
Hello? I want to thank
Natalie
you
is a creep.
for
Natalie is so
my recent betterment.
The board says you're welcome.
Oh, dude, she's like, she is. She literally feels like a robot when she's saying this. Like, she could be the voice of Siri. Natalie and Seth are two sides of the same coin.
The board is jubilant at your ascendance.
Oh,
Wants
what
to
good
feel
you
appreciated
what good word
and
usage.
asks if you do.
I do.
The board austerely desires for you to feel connected to Lumon's history.
Beep boop.
To that end, please accept from the board these inclusively.
I swear to God, I knew this shit was coming. I did not think it would absolutely be Kier blackface. I knew it was about to be the most racist shit in the fucking world.
Canonicalized paintings intended to help you see yourself.
As soon as she said inclusivity, I was like,
Founder.
what do you mean, Natalie? What do you mean? Yeah, one of the comments I read it a second ago. Yeah, like, look at her. She doesn't blink. She doesn't blink. Bro. She is a robot. She's got to be. She is a. Oh my God, what is Dolores' name? She is Evan Rachel Woods. So good. It's so good. It's so fucking. It's so ridiculous, dude. I bet he feels welcome. I bet he feels like he can relate now. All right. I mean, listen, that's how life works. Like, we're tribalist people. We we like things that look like us, and regardless of all the philosophy and like everything that went into like him existing in this role for who knows even how long right now, it wasn't until he saw blackface Kier did he feel like he was really part of the family. You can see his eye twitch a little bit.
You'll find the whole care cycle.
Oh, dude, it's so good. It's so good. Okay, so this this is 100% aligned with post-Civil War Union region slavery at this very start of Lumon. Like, this shows that they have been operating inside of like, what is socially acceptable, and then being able to spin inside of that realm, their own hatred still. So like, they're not doing the work to know why this is absolutely inappropriate. They are just pretending it's it's virtue signaling without like anything really behind it. It's just that they don't view him as human is what it is. Like, they don't view him as an equal to Miss Cobel or any other white person that was there, because they feel like he needs this, right? Like, they feel like he needs this to be able to relate to the grand mission, when again, like, he's here. He's already part of it. He's already been like a part of the team, and sucking the Kier philosophy. Yeah. They do the colored eyes for Black Jesus too. I had secondhand embarrassment for him. 100% ridiculous. It has felt so familiar immediately. Just the weird hollow acknowledgement of being black in the workplace. Rate headcanon. Off topic, but did you see the newest chapter of One Piece? Heck yeah. Oh, the face that stares. I'm so sorry. I saw that you 3 out of 3, 1 out of 3. Okay, let me do that real fast. Boom, 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 boom. Irving and Ragabi are part of the anti-Sev group. However, Irving doesn't want to get reintegrated, so Ragabi stops working with him. That's not bad. It really could be. Irv tells Ragabi that he's trying to do the painting thing, and she is skeptical. After OTC, Irv calls Ragabi, tells her it worked. Ragabi, surprised, gets back in touch with Ragabi. They talk. Ragabi tells Irv about trying to reintegrate Mark, as Ragabi is in danger and is hiding. Irv agrees to spy. Maybe. I do think that okay, Irving keeps tabs on Mark following. Okay, I I think you'd lose me here. I agree that it kind of aligns right now that Irving and Rabi could have had a conversation about reintegration, and he said no, and then he on his own started doing the thing. But I'm really so curious about how he got the original image in mind and how he first saw it or something, or maybe there was some kind of like possible reintegration, or he tried at some point and was able to see that. Yeah, I'm not too sure, but thank you for that comment. Also, yeah, hold on, let me set this goal. I'm gonna do. Is it dance music experience or music dance experience? MDE. D. I think it's music dance experience, but I always want to say dance music experience. All right, if we get 5 super chats, we're going to do a music dance experience. And I definitely know what that is. All right, and what that looks like, and the choreographed thing. Okay. Yeah. Honestly, the face that stares, well reasoned, 100%. He is not feeling this, 100%. Slave theory, ding, ding, ding. Yeah. I exactly. Like it's showing us the culture and like who Lumon really is behind the scenes. This is ridiculous. It shows that they. It shows that there's probably a lot of rich white people at the very top of this company, is what it's saying. That are so far removed that they, yeah, don't view black people as people. I think that's what it's telling us. His milkshakes brings all the nice. Right? Did they do Cobel something similar? Because they. As a nerd of multiple giant, highly toxic IPs, the term recanonicalized sent a chill up my spine. Yeah. Writers were cooking this episode. Yep. Boom, 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 boom. Irving seems too intelligent to say yes to reintegration. Rabi is most sketchy doctor of all time. I mean, this episode did show her banging on her equipment to get it to work before, Mark started having an issue with his hand, and she was like, oh, nope, that wasn't actually supposed to happen. I would have freaked. I would have freaked right there. We need to talk about the Cobel. Oh, I'm so excited to talk about the Cobel scene. Okay, I feel like I'm caught up on chat. If I miss anything, donate. Truly. And if it seems like I'm in this for the money, no, I don't make that much money doing this. But a donation, I couldn't say no to like you giving money and then me having to address that. Like, it just seems like, give me money. This was great. I just. So fucking dumb. Oh, it's so fucking dumb.
The board wishes to express that I, Natalie, received the same gift upon receipt of my.
Oh, it's so good, dude. The board's like, listen. The only other black person you see working here, she loved it. She loved it, okay? The board wants you to know she loved it.
Found it extremely moving.
Extremely.
I'm grateful.
Yes.
It's meaningful to see myself reflected in.
Oh, dude, he's actually about to cry.
The board has concluded the.
Oh, dude, actually sad. Actually fucking sad. Like, imagine that is the moment where you realize that they actually don't value you at all. They don't know you. They do not fucking care for you at all, and are doing what to us is so very clearly just this preposterous nonsense. Yeah.
Call.
Milchick's like for real. So what it's telling me though is that Mr. Milchick has some contextual or some context for you know, the outside world and why this does feel weird, right? You know, it's kind of showing me that he, like, maybe he's not living in Lumon. And if the Milchick is a traitor theory is true, I mean, this episode shows us that he is willing to tolerate the fucking buffoonery at Lumon for an end, or like you know, for an end that we don't yet understand. And he could have his own personal ends as well. And last episode, we also see him be real with Mark, where he didn't have to say that like Mark was a hero and, you know, anything like that. You know, but he did. He was like, it would be weird to reward him with nothing, right? Like non-existence. And all of that, it served the purpose of getting him to work. Hey, Vix, thank you for the donation. I appreciate you so much. Hey, truly. But also, if Ragabi's endgame involves Mark in a really meaningful way, like they needed, the anti-Lumon organization needed Mark to be there. So it seems like the goals could align here, but Mr. Milchick is still on the good side of it. And right now he's seeing some more of the shit that he went against Lumon like in the first place for. Again, all theory if it's true. And he's like trying to actually hold it together. Because otherwise, like, why have a reaction? Like, if you are sucking your company's teat that hard, then, you know, it seems like you wouldn't be about to almost cry. Like, regardless of anything else, if you are like brainwashed into the philosophy of Lumon and Kier, you know, it seems like you wouldn't have like a big reaction. And I mean, this isn't a big reaction, but I mean, he's fighting through it. He's literally looking at Natalie here like, is this real? Like, I gotta do this. I gotta feel this. I gotta just smile and wave it, boys. Like her too, man. She knows. Both of them are like, we might be working for the devil. We might be oh fuck, what is the term? We might be Uncle Tom in it right now. This could be a bad look if the money ever goes dry.
Congratulations, Seth.
I actually feel so fucking bad for both of them. Like, it feels like they are able to communicate, like they're looking at each other and fucking like cracking little micro expressions as they are truly understanding that they're getting fucked. They're not being valued, and all they can do is smile and wave. Also, get out for real. Yeah, man, Get Out was so fucking good. Is it confirmed? Thank you for hosting. Hey, thank y'all for all the super chats here. Pet food ain't free. Yep. I got two babies to provide for. Also, one of these days, my cat is going to jump on the back of my chair. She like loves it, and it's abrupt. I'm waiting for it. I thought it was S. Milchick. Seth. What was it S? I feel like I'm lost in the conversation. Her Audi trying to break her out so bad. Yeah. Fat paycheck. It was J Milchick. Just finished the episode. Awesome. Natalie's smile was crazy intense. Yes. That's what I actually want to see it again. Like, look, you can see them like tremble. Actually, can you see it on my screen? Yeah.
Congratulations,
Seth. that a bitch? Ain't that a bitch? Imagine actually drinking the Kool-Aid for a company and then they just absolutely remind you of your place. It looks like she wanted to cry 100%. There's a 0 of that smile in her eyes. Yeah. Okay. Okay. let's talk about what we're seeing. Also, we're seeing the outside of Kier world. Sick. It is remote as frick, apparently. And that could relate to why all of the technology is much older. Like, Lumon really has some isolated area, and it is just... it's in the middle of nowhere, right? Like, they can control the goods. They can control, like, so much of this area. And so right now, that's kind of where I'm at in terms of why everything is older there. It's just availability. And yeah, like Salt's Neck. Is this an anagram? Salt's Neck? I don't know why I think that's an anagram, but there's something there. If someone in chat, put this in an anagram checker. See if there's anything there. Salt's Neck 238. And again, like, they show the outside world. They show like just a little bit of these light poles, telephone poles, showing like a single way that data comes in or out of this region. Looks like she's been crying. Oh. Oh, Miss Cobel. Harmony. Harmony, why? What happened to you? What did they do? What did they fucking do? All right, this was me about to send one more text to my ex. I talked myself out. I said, fuck. I said, Chris, you gotta love yourself more. Don't drive back there. Okay. Eric, the most important thing is Ricken getting that book deal. Yes. Crazy. Absolutely nuts. Tight. Sick. We'll talk about that then. There's some crazy stuff with that. Yeah, I think I did talk about this, right? Where the idea that Lumon could turn, you know, his thing into part of their system of control. I think in season 1, one of the videos there in season 1, I talked about that. I hope. It's cool that we see that though. Does it make sense, right? Like, it's working. Like, it resonated. They're ready to go. They're like, yeah, let's adapt this. Let's drive empowerment. This is exactly what would happen because of this, like, this facade progressive Lumon image that they have created so that they can do whatever they want. They go, yeah, like, it's about the worker. Okay. Bulls are just bullies are just bulls and lies. Like, dust is in the middle of industry. But we're also gonna, we're gonna use that to where our workers feel empowered and like that they are individuals. Mr. Milchick, you're an individual. But then, yeah, we're gonna crack the whip. And, the whip is also just like their own mind and their physical bodies walking themselves back in for a paycheck. They're ready to use it. Just making a bunch of like twisted tools to keep doing whatever they want to do. I honestly love that we're seeing I love the way that they're doing this. It feels like this is an easy thing to like fuck up in terms of I don't know. Like, politics gets weird in TV shows, but it feels like they could do this in a really good way that, you know, has meaning in the outside world, and how we should really protect ourselves from companies doing bad things like what they're doing. You know, virtue signaling for the sake of selling more during Pride Month is dog water. Like, I don't ever want to work at a company who has a pride flag up for a single month and then, you know, puts it away, and then doesn't care about gay people at all until like it's time to, you know, put on the song and dance. Like, ugh. This isn't even political, it's just capitalism. Yeah. But I mean, this show will get political. Like, I really feel like as they further create this image of Lumon being this like virtue signaling behemoth, that you know, there's some ways that they could mess it up. But right now I think they're doing a great job. They're not making anything too apparent. Nothing is like too preachy, too like anything like that. Oh, whoa. Something about the lights here, right? This is crazy looking. Looks like, it almost looks like letters.
Oh, you're gonna. You sure?
Yeah, you can do it, Mark.
Careful, there's poop.
Okay.
Dude, it's Helena. It's Helena. There's no way. Like, she wouldn't question it. There's one way forward. Like, there's only one thing to do. They're on a mission. Culture is political. True. Nurture mammals. One of the best episodes ever. Yeah, Flat Pockets, welcome. Poop. She's being all weird. True. Hope we get more of the goat world. Felt underwhelming if that was it. Melvin, I liked what we saw. I do want to see more. I want to see this, like, I want to see this group. I want to see this group empowered. Like, I want to see them, like, I want to see the goat man in particular.
What the hell?
Literally leading the charge of Innies trying to break out. That's what I want to see. Goatman looks like Black Phillip. Not sure who that is. Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool. I love the way they did this. Love the way they shaped it. Everything. Oh, dude. Sick. Sick. Tight. I love it. I love it. I love it. Why is that on her mind? Oh, the pouches. Yeah. Yeah. The propaganda. That's why.
No. Sorry. Hi. I'm Mark,
I'm Helly.
and we're with Macro Data Refinement.
This isn't awkward.
What is this place?
Mammalians nurturable.
Mammalians nurturable. Okay, so I'm gonna look more into that and the etymology of these words and stuff like that. I feel like there's some cool things in language, and I feel like this could have more meaning that I just don't understand. I don't think I mean, it's about nurturing mammals, right? That's the most of it. But the fact that they don't say goat farm means that, like, you know, it could be for more than just the goats, like humans or mammals, right? It's about nurturing the bodies, about growing the bodies, about it's about nutrients. Maybe the goat farm is literally, oh my god, maybe it's like a you know, they're growing in the same way that you do like a Wagyu beef, right? Like I watched this video that showed that they would like they baby these cows like their entire lives before they're ready to be harvested. They like hand feed them beer and perfect wheat and all this crazy stuff to make perfect meat for people. I wonder if something similar is happening with these goats and the mammals that they're nurturing. Like it's implied that it's the goats, and they are nurturing the goats for their lives, but the purpose is to create like perfect nutrition, right? Like perfect protein with just the most accurate amount of like fat to protein ratio or something like that. And it's really about still the, the bodies that they're growing. Also those tubes. No, that could just be feeders.
Please, we mean you no harm. We just want to talk. Please.
Goatman was holding bats. Baby goats are called kids. Yep. Etymology, not edamame. We are mammals as well. True. Are they raising kids and taking them from their families? Are they raising kids and taking them from their families? Maybe. Good observation, Melvin. Melvin says, watch the scene where they are about to kiss. Helly is bold and goes for it, what she wants. Helena is timid and unfamiliar with love. I feel like, yeah. I truly think it's Helena. Like, and I really think, man, I want to reflect more on what the what is it? Mammalian nurturable, what that means. But I really think it could be the Wagyu beef thing. Like, I don't know, like the goats are in a perfectly controlled environment. The amount of people that they have for just a bunch of goats is kind of crazy. I feel like you do stuff like that for a reason. Also, one second. Bum, 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 bum. Yes, please. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, we come to the courtship of Kier and Imogen. In my video, I talked about how this could relate to like the words Kier and Imogen, and meaning girl, and the vat could be shaping for a big reveal where it's actually just it has always been just a female-led company the entire time, and like Kier actually was just the figurehead while all of the women were able to just move in silence and do whatever they wanted. I also feel like that would be really well aligned now with this image of like, fake progressiveness as a way to mask your what you're doing. But right now it's just making just making Irving recall a simpler time. Man, I love this part.
I'm sorry to pop in after all this time.
This is so sweet.
I'm sure you must be very busy.
It's good to see you.
It's so sweet. It's so sweet. Yeah. Oh. Oh, it's so sweet. It's so sweet. They just miss Bert. They just miss their friend. I love that they get to just sit and talk about it. Goats are going to end up being a huge red herring, and we're all going to be sad. I honestly think the goats really might just be food. Like, the Wagyu beef thing is on my mind, and until I can stop thinking about it, that might just be the purpose of the goats right now. Because what they just told us is that their purpose is nurturing mammals. And in the grand scheme of things, the twist there wouldn't be the nurturing of the goats. It would be that the goats are for the nourishment. I grew up in a weird, dumb cult, and people there talk super weird too. Honestly, I had a friend. Her name was. Oh, I feel so bad. Her name was Jasmine. I think we knew each other for about a year, but she grew up in a cult, and we got to talk about how crazy that was, and how, you know, sometimes there are some charismatic people in the world that can make you believe things and see a version of reality that just does not exist, but for them it does, and their delusion and charisma is just so powerful that they can make others see it too. And yeah, growing up in a cult seemed like truly an impossibility, but then after having met someone who really did, you know, it's a weird feeling. It's sad. It's you know, you realize that it is a dangerous world out there. Did Britt Lower do a voice changeover for the Egan statuses? I don't know. Jason Guy Smiley. This part warmed my little cold heart. Same. Mark's mom's name is Fern Scott. Farm people. Pam Jam, I'm not sure what you're saying. The other workers would have been able to verify that it's really been 5 months. Oh. Oh. Good call.
He's our former wellness director.
We need more Felicia. Yes. Kier prepared his favorite goat meal this way. Probably for the goat milk. Yeah, the nutrients, right? Also, Kabbalah Shari. Hey, Sherry, welcome. It is good to see your name. Long time chatter here. To be honest, I don't know if it's the current time. Everybody drives old cars. Everybody. All the women dress from different decades when you pay attention. Irving spoke on a payphone and their tech is old too. Exactly. The dresses, though. We'll talk about Miss Cobel and Helena's dress on the outside. They looked sharp. Like, sharp when they were... when one of them was about to be killed. I had to look up flippery. The old-timey language used at Lumon is noticeable for sure. Yep. All part of, like, shaping that culture and these, you know, the words being used. What did you say?
We don't abide such fripperies here.
I don't know what a frippery is. I don't know what a frippery is. If someone could educate me. Goat milk in the vending machines confirmed. Is it really?
Right, well, she's been retired, but we believe she may still be on the floor.
Oh, I think you're making a joke.
Are you sure you don't know her?
I don't know how Mark sees through this, to be honest. Like, I didn't think the actress gave like any kind of anything. He was like,
maybe you should take that page of paper and be on your way.
Maybe it was just the standoff nature of it.
Not until you've answered my question.
Yeah. Talk that shit. I expect her to like pull out a sword. Just like start slicing. Frippery is unnecessarily showy. Ah. Frippery. Showy or unnecessary ornaments in architecture, dress, or language. Frippery. Yep, long-time viewer. Hey, been here since Westworld, raised by wolves, stayed for everything else. I appreciate the love so very much. Anyone else in the show have an accent? Yeah, her accent stood out to me too. Honestly, it seemed... Is she... Fuck, man. What am I saying? She's an English actress, right? Brianna Tarth? Yeah, I literally was imagining Brianna of Tarth in that moment, where she just, like, sucker punches. Terrifying. More cowbell. More cowbell! Okay, actual Get Out vibes. Like, This shit is creepy.
You should have left.
Oh, dude. And what's crazy is that it's just showing us how they are so good in the propaganda game that they are able to pit teams that would absolutely be able to work together with no issues against each other, so that they will never team up and fight the powers that be. Like, they will never be able to unionize. Is probably how that started. They'll never be able to unionize. They'll never be able to have a central thing that would allow them to even know if they were the most, underpaid or underprivileged worker, because you only learn those things when you're able to talk to your coworkers. And if you create a system in which you are fearing your coworkers and you literally think that they are larval people in the larval cinematic universe, then you don't talk to them. And that's what that was. Like, they were ready. Does that say 248 people? Oh my gosh. What's up, everybody? But yeah, it's crazy. Lumon's so good. Lumon is so good at being bad. Also, yeah, I want to just say this right now. Whoever thought that Gretchen wasn't real, I'm just kidding. You're spitting.
Cool to know what this is about. So
I don't want to be weird, but like, how many times do I have to ask if you're a child before I understand why you're a child?
like, is it rude to keep asking why you're a kid? I don't mean to impugn. It's just like, are you okay? Not like forcing you to be here, are they?
Actually, a real one.
Fuck.
Gretchen seems to be 5'0". I could see it. Actually, yeah.
Why are we going to this?
I think that somebody said or like, I missed it, but earlier in the chat too, I think someone was saying EMT or police. And N12, hey. Or a guard. Dylan's still providing comedic relief. I love the Gretchen actress. She played this adorable nurse in the show Nurse Jackie. I love her so much there. I never watched Nurse Jackie. I've heard great things. I've also heard such great things about Bridgerton, and Bridgerton never comes into any conversations ever until it does. And then I see Bridgerton everywhere. And it feels like the people that love Bridgerton are like Westworld equivalent of loving Westworld. I want to watch Bridgerton at some point in my life. Nice sack. Bro, Gretchen about to like any Dylan more than Outie Dylan. Yes. It was pretty interesting. Like, going into this, I was really thinking about how like you could ruin the perceptions of your loved ones with this thing, right? Like, she could never be able to view Outie Dylan as, the person that she loves anymore. And I think that might actually be what happens, because like, he gets home. He doesn't even work. Like, he might deal with the fatigue of it to some degree. Probably, yes. But, he's like, she asked him to make cookies, and he didn't do it for his children. He just continued watching TV on the couch while she ran around and did everything else. And then she also had to give him instructions on how to open a thing of cookies and cut them into discs and then cook cookies, which he was already asked to do and then didn't do. Do you think any Dylan would behave that way? No. Any Dylan would lock in for his woman. Like,
Dylan?
Ooh, look at the statue up here. Also, there was a lot of birds that stood out to me. Like birds, like freedom, just like, yeah. Also, there are pictures in the background. The wall of remembrance or whatever. It's a tube. True. Something about that reminded me of those. Oh, what was that movie? Where it's like a couple just takes the goofiest pictures that you could possibly ever take, and just like all these super awkward poses and stuff. All right, like tell me that's not from that one comedy movie. What is that comedy movie?
Okay, if you're in output, you've earned an 18-minute visitation event with your Audi's
18 minutes? Give me 30 seconds.
Ricken G.
Cool.
Your time begins now.
For slam poetry. Whatever y'all were thinking. This moment is... They did a great job on this moment. Like, it feels real. It feels like... It looks like Step Brothers. It does look like Step Brothers. It just feels like I don't know. Like, what do you say?
Should we sit?
Like, she's seeing her husband. You're seeing a person that you could have imagined in a billion different ways. And it seems like he is seeing someone that he is attracted to. Like, 'cause that's the other thing. What if you thought your wife was horrendous looking? Like, I feel like it's possible. You know, like the poet in me wants to say that love could truly transcend Severance and everything else in the world. But imagine you were literally what if he like just fantasized muscles so much that he truly thought that his wife would have also been in a muscle show, and just been like a giant jacked woman, and like, yeah, and she wasn't. I feel like there's so many ways that this could go wrong.
Nice sack.
Oh, so smooth, bro. So fucking... I was trying to be dramatic, and the lid was off my water bottle.
Sorry?
You're...
Oh, thanks.
It is what it is.
Stuff in here.
It is what it is.
You really don't know me at all?
Oh.
No. Well, I mean, from the photos from just now, but...
Yeah, said more.
Okay. Music dance experience. All right. What do I do? What do I do? I don't want to play songs that get me copyrighted. I need to have a... Fuck. Listen, every stream is going to get better, all right? Every stream is going to get better. I'm going to have a disco light. I might be, oh, maybe I'll have like a whole scene change. Yeah, I'll be able to like click a button, get up and dance. I don't got All right. There we go. Little dance music experience. Music dance experience. Hey, thank y'all for donating. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate you so very much. I allow. Why are you up so late? Hax was dancing. I'll get up and dance. Next time. All right. White, literally. Hey, easy. All right. If I showed you all my true form, couldn't comprehend it. Couldn't comprehend the dance moves. The music dance experience is officially canceled. Fuck. Also, that's a great way to end that segment. Okay. Thank you, Patrick. Thank y'all, everybody who donated. Super chat for MDE vibes. Don't worry, the chat was definitely dancing with you. Yes, I'm imagining so. Oh no, Hack's getting down. Hey, honestly, I wanna do so many fun things. I wanna have I wanna be able to switch a screen or like change scene and have a green screen up against a wall, and it's literally me inside of like the office with the people dancing with them. It just takes so much to set that up. I need to buy some things. Please enjoy each super chat equally. That's what I'm talking about. I love y'all. Thank you for letting me embarrass myself with
Please refrain from sharing information
end of
that may be
sentence.
privileged or sensitive. Thank you.
All right, so let's lock back in.
Please refrain from sharing information that may be privileged or sensitive. Thank you.
Yeah, I just feel like you would get so many things leaked through this. Like just yeah.
Okay. Who is that child? Miss Huang.
I love that their stance was hey, we need to make sure that everyone understands you have privacy. And then she's like, no, you don't. And also, if you get a little handsy, all right, I'm telling your outie. I'm telling Dylan. Keep your hands to yourself. Also, I'm a child watching this intimate moment between adults.
Oh, no, you're not in trouble.
So sweet. So sweet.
We have 3 kids.
Right.
And
So good job, Dylan.
you, no, he, or
He's being played like a fiddle. Miss Wong is a true nightmare. Yeah, they don't know his name is Seth. Yeah.
He dumb?
Yeah, what do y'all think the significance of that was? Because they made a point to be like, who is Seth? Yeah, I don't know.
no,
I think it was a big thing that he just suddenly learned that information.
no.
What is wrong with it?
Oh, nothing's wrong with him. He just...
Honestly, this part is so real. Like, nothing's wrong. Just life is long and strange and weird and hard, and sometimes we don't know what we want to do.
He never quite found his thing.
And honestly, y'all, in that moment, I felt pretty good to have found my thing. I felt pretty good to be able to come in here and talk to y'all, and then be able to sit in my private thoughts and write and articulate in ways that I enjoy articulating about my thoughts on a TV show. I'm glad to have found my thing, and I'm glad that my thing will continue to evolve and allow me a life where I can write and I can make things and I can be creative and I can dance at 10:51 on a Thursday evening, and feel supported and like I could and like I would never truly embarrass myself, because I don't think any of y'all are judging me, and it feels pretty cool. Thanks for being here.
fuck up.
It's a hard moment to be in. Keep playing with your thing.
Do you want to see a picture of the kids?
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
Hello. W stream. Just watch the episode. We hear you, Hacks.
First grade now.
Jaja Page.
And Ruth is 4.
Okay, first off, love that it was an old timey photo. It felt like they were fucking with us. It felt like they knew that we were gonna look at this and be like, could this mean something?
And Merrick just turned 2.
Shit.
Also, I'm glad that, like, I'm glad I never had a theory. I'm just kidding. I guess they're all alive and well, and not everyone needs to be dead, all right? I was wrong. Are you happy, Mom?
And we live on a cattle ranch?
So funny. Like, I'm assuming she explained.
And Bert says, I don't care if you're
Baird goddamn Egan. I know so many people who have taken those photos with fam. Yeah. Me, my brother, and my mom have had a photo like that. Becoming one of my favorite streamers, Hacks. Jaja, I appreciate you so much. Just so you know, I look forward to your in-depth videos just to make sure I didn't miss anything super important. Thank you. Thank you. They went to Westworld. I hope so. Breaking news, streamer admits to being wrong. Dead or just not real.
damn Egan. You don't come to my department and tell me how to print a snow globe.
Oh, I love this moment so much. They just miss their friend. And Bert and Irving. Irving gets to see a part of Bert that he's never known. That's beautiful. That's sweet. They're just truly able to be friends here and enjoy a nice moment together. As they miss their mutual friend.
I worked with Bert for 6 years. And I only have...
She didn't have to do this, man. She didn't have to do this. She didn't have to do this, but it's so nice.
I'm scared of one thing. He spent 2 hours on his hair the first time he went to visit you.
Really?
You motherfucker.
I should.
It is so sweet. All right. Also, I'm seeing a little juice box here. 2 of them. Little Lumon icon. It looks like paper towels.
I should show you something.
If we see her...
Not her.
I like that they added this part because, like, the thing that was on our mind was if they've had the conversation yet.
Not her.
And it's like, no, not her.
Yeah.
This moment was so pure. If Irving got promoted high enough, do you think we would see gay Kier? Edward. 100%. And oh my god, 100%. That's probably like, yeah. Yes, absolutely.
It's lovely.
I'd draw one every day. I couldn't see him. My numbers went down, but I didn't even care.
Oh my god. If Irving becomes like the floor manager, it's just Kier, but with a rainbow flag or a rainbow something in every single scene, like literally recreated just like blackface Kier was, but it's all rainbows. When you're showing somebody pictures in your phone and they start swiping, I'll take that phone from you so quick. I'm a single man. If you want to see it, you can see it. But you're gonna see it if you keep swiping.
Oh no, that's not burn.
No, I did. Yeah.
That's something else.
Yeah. Give me that back. Good night, fam. I got to finish a drawing for tomorrow. Thanks for the community. Thank you for being here, Christian. I appreciate you so much. All the paintings with rainbows and assless chaps. My first thought was when he walks into with a hall pass pin was what happens when all of the other employees start asking for those. True. They also seemed like it had did they all have hall passes? Right? Like, were they all wearing that pin, or was it just him? Brennan says, a personal thank you to the chat for nobody bringing up the ridiculous Miss Wong is Mark's daughter theory. You're the best. Yeah, I saw that too. It was there were comments in videos and stuff, just talking about like everybody's somebody's child. Oh no, the hammer. Oh no, the hammer. Yeah, exactly. Krim says, night hacks. See you next week. Krim, thank you for being here, friend. Appreciate your comments. Have a wonderful night.
About the exports hall.
Okay, this scene though, I kind of, she gets scary. She gets scary here. Like,
that's nothing.
How do you know about the exports hall?
Look, like, I'll be honest, man, this is my grandmother holding back some rage because I lied to her about eating my beans. Like, the way she delivers this is actually so scary.
How do you know about the exports hall?
Something she's doing with her mouth, like, it feels like she's you know, she's in it. She's being incentivized in a similar way that Dylan is to, like, to rat on her or something. Like, I don't know. Or sort of to, you know,
used to go ourselves.
Give more information to.
But now they send a guy.
I don't know. I just when that scene first started playing out, it really felt like it could have gone either way, where she just loses her mind and starts, you know, sounding the alarms or something. But then she just openly gives information about it.
Where it is.
That grandma look, yeah. The way it's called, the exports hall to her and the testing floor to admin. Yeah, let's sit in that for a second. The exports hall. Okay, so they make 3D things. They 3D print things. They make cards. We did talk in season 1 about how they could be making things for, you know, other severed sites and locations and then shipping them out. So I think that aligns there, right? They're, you know, exporting things. The testing floor, them being the same, is interesting. I mean, they could be different floors. Like, truly, we know that there is a big elevator, right? We in the security room, we see that there's like 4 elevators. I don't know if, you know, 2 were severed, 2 were unsevered. I'm assuming one of the severed ones was for the testing floor, but maybe it was unlisted. Doesn't really matter. But we do know that there's a large amount of floors in this building, both above ground and underground. Or maybe there's like 4 floors underground or above ground. But then there's like 13 floors, right? Some of them weren't even named. So it could just be the same access route, but it's going to different floors. Like, they only know that as exports because that's what they needed to know. And admins call it testing floor because it's the same thing, but maybe it's just going to a deeper floor. I don't know. It's interesting. I want to be one of these people. I want to be one of these grungy looking people. Her love for Bert is why she won't harm Irving. Yeah, I hope that's true. I hope that Felicia is actually a ride or die. She now cares for Irving because, yeah, the scene was so pure. It was. Maybe the elevator can be used by both, since the Severance is on the ship. Yeah,
Hey, stop.
I think that's true. I really just thought it was like elevators, but they are in that security room footage moment UI. They do specifically list
That. Her name's
ones
Miss
for
Casey.
Severed and
She
not.
was the wellness director.
Stop that.
Have any of you?
But it's like, it's also just a cosmetic prop design UI choice. Like, you know, until I think that there's just a difference between saying something aloud or acting something out or making it apparent, and then like what we find while scrubbing through frames.
Have you seen her?
Enough. We've decided to send a courier to inform Mr. Milchick of your inquiry.
No. You
I would die for that woman.
can't do that. They could kill
Also, that man.
her if
That's
they find
not
out.
He's
a
a-
Mammalian's
It's not a mammalian's problem. So why are they so grungy looking? What are they doing? Are they rolling around in the dirt? Why do they look like that?
problem.
It's in any problem. Listen, we used to be afraid of other.
I like the goat thing, right? Like he's wearing you know, he's a goat man.
We're
That's
not afraid of you.
Nate says good night. Good night.
They just disappeared.
Thanks
her.
for being here.
And if we let this happen to Miss Casey,
Maybe the floors
then who's gonna
you can
step
see
up when
changed
it
based
happens
on
to
who you
us?
are. Could be. Yeah, if the perception thing is right.
If one of your goats went missing, wouldn't you go looking for it?
First off, don't talk about my goats going missing. How dare you threaten me? Him. I don't know this actress. I don't know this actor. Other than by face. He is going to play a big role. This is a good actor. I wish I knew his name right now. This is not a side character. That's all I want to say. Like, I feel like they're keeping him low key for some kind of reason. Like, covering half of his face with, you know, hair for some reason.
She used to come do her sessions in our husbandry tanks.
That's a weird spot for that, right? Like,
She had a gentle way about her.
She said my Audi excels at stargazing. Meant a great deal to me.
oh man, sometimes it'd be like that. Sometimes it'd be like that. Just someone says something, you're like, thanks. Thanks. I think I am good at stargazing.
As far as we know,
Maybe he works for Dr. Rabi. Ooh. He could be one of the good guys. He could be one of the good guys.
she was retired just like they say. But if you suspect otherwise,
Meanwhile, Mark is bridging the gap between MDR and the goat department. True.
we won't hinder your search.
So that was kind of anticlimactic. 100%. I just want to say that. I was expecting a Royal Rumble or something. But yeah.
Thank you.
I'm glad that we get the big takeaway from this scene is that this man wholeheartedly believes that they are larval, controlling a meat sack or something. From oh, did I just lose internet?
But before you go, we would
Check.
like to see your bellies.
Okay, cool.
Our belt.
Yeah, could I see that tummy? Hey, let me get that tummy. At least a chase or something. Yeah. Feels like she was trying to tell him something there. The id versus ego versus sub-ego. The show is subtle psychology discussion. Yeah. Show me that tummy. Show me that tummy. Let me see your larval. I agree. It proves nothing. It proves nothing.
See? Pouchless.
Oh, you knew? Oh, you knew this whole time they had no pouches? This whole time? You had... Uh-huh. You acted this way? That whole time because you knew they had no pouches?
Proves nothing.
Yeah. Tell him. I think MDR has pouches.
Okay.
So we're just, yeah.
Look at them just walk away. Okay, but look at how they're dressed. They're dressed like... I don't know at all why this comes to mind, but like as if you were British gardeners. Yeah. A big team of British gardeners. That's what I'm seeing here. Or people working on a chicken farm. Or a goat farm. Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good reviewer. Those are butcher boots. They're butchers. I'm telling you all. It's it's what, mammalian nurturing, right? It's they are creating perfect goats and giving the goats the perfect lives so that then they can then create perfect like high protein meat and maybe super GMO something, and then they will turn whatever that is after they're butchered into the nutrients that will sustain mammals, and I think the mammal is whatever humans they are growing. Like, yeah. And maybe it's like super meat, so it like allows the bodies to grow faster or something. Oh, Patrick, I just saw you're off. Patrick, thank you for being here. Have a great night, friend. Thank you so much. Clean eating for Kier's vessels, yeah. Macro dairy refinements. Get out of here. Get out of here. That's too much silly goosing. The goats are sent to the export elevator. Mammalian nurturing.
I'm glad we did this.
Macro dairy.
For you, this was...
They sure do disappear like in a herd-like fashion. True. Disperse in a herd-like fashion.
I'm gonna make you all proud.
True, because they're using boots and a suit, yeah. Macro dairy. I mean, the like it could be the milk. Like they don't need to be butchers. Like goat milk is pretty good, I think. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about actually. I've heard things about goat milk and done zero research into them, so take that with a big grain of salt. But yeah, if you're like creating perfect Wagyu sheep so that you can have like a stream of milk to nurture children and Kier babies that we saw in the intro, I think that's the mammalian nurturing, right? But we didn't see any like... Oh, I'm sorry, the train of thought. The husbandry tanks, though, that aligns with them breeding and then having... what's it called? Milk production, right? So like you just have to have a baby to produce milk, and so you'll like with cattle you'll just have to continually breed your cattle, and then there'll be like a period in which a dairy cow can produce cow milk until it needs to be pregnant again. So the fact that they're breeding does align with the milk thing. But they have husbandry tanks. Agree to disagree. It ain't. I don't know. It could be anything. That cheese is disgusting. I'd hate to find out my Innie is drinking. True. The most puzzling thing to me was the mini barn in the OG goat room.
Yeah.
I actually don't remember that. Because you're not, you could be drinking whole milk. Mammalians, nurturable, defiant jazz. Ooh. Actually, that's interesting because like there's a the idea of like playing Beethoven in while your baby is in the womb. You know, maybe they're like, man, I don't know. Maybe they're bumping defiant jazz as a way to stimulate milk production or something. I don't know. There's a small white barn sitting in the floor in the goat room. Was it covering where the hole was? Like where they crawled through? And it's just gone now? Because that could be telling us that they were meant to go there, right? Like they, you know, they're watching. All right, we got 3 children who are, I guess, alive. I guess.
Merrick's ear thing?
I mean, I don't know, but
Left ear?
Yep.
oh look, a little brain stuff, tiny little brain.
Cookies for Jim's class? It's our week for cookies.
I wonder if that's saying that like Dylan feels emasculated or something, right? Because they're in the outside world.
Sorry.
It's a tube,
Also, there's a pineapple on the table.
and you just need to slice them, and then you put them in the oven.
Got it.
And like what they're showing here is a completely normal and just normal moment in a long-term relationship. There's been plenty of times where I'm both of these people in this in a relationship, and there's nothing inherently wrong with, you know, forgetting to do something. But I think that you show us this scene while we're trying to understand who Audi Dylan is for, you know, a reason, right? It's showing us that he is not being conscious and mindful of his children, of his partner, and he, like she talks about before, like he just doesn't know what to do. He's kind of lost. He never found his thing. No, not covering it. It was kind of where the guy was sitting down. I'll have to go back and look at the miniature barn, compare the scenes. Is he not getting paid while at Lumon? He should be. I was sure the wife would be an actress and his real wife would be different. I know. Garrett, I really thought that, yeah, they showed us, like, they did the phone thing for some kind of reason. It's interesting.
Hey,
but not everything needs to be some crazy elaborate thing. But also, if they're all dead.
the thing with me.
This, oh, how much do I want to say on the internet? Okay, so this is when you and your long-term partner are discussing polyamory and having an open relationship, and both of y'all are super uncomfortable and don't want to talk about it. And so you're just gonna kind of run out and not need to address it, and then one of you is gonna go,
Hey,
how's that date?
What thing?
How's that date with that other person? What was that like? I'm not jealous. Like, it's not even that big of a deal. We talked about it, right? It's totally fine. He's like, you don't remember? You don't remember the thing that I'm talking about? The crazy thing that I could be talking about? You going on another date, huh?
the thing with me.
Oh. Yeah. It was good.
Imagine saying I like the other one better. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird good, but good.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is the conversation of... This is the polyamory talk. If y'all are ever questioning, if you are curious. Also, poly is great. Fucking people, I have great friends who are active and heavily endorse poly. Very great, loving people. Probably not for me. Just can't do it. Just can't do it. I've tried. Literally been in this. Literally understand intimately how uncomfortable this shit is. Yeah, it's weird good, but good, yeah.
With me.
Oh. Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
Weird good, but good.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh my fucking...
Yeah. Okay.
He's devastated.
Okay.
He's devastated.
I'll see you in the morning.
He is devastated. That is a broken man.
Bye.
Oh, he didn't even get to spend time with his wife. Like, yeah. And now she's off, you know, running about. Okay, so someone wanted to focus on the cartoon. Also, there's a lot of talk about her profession.
Okay.
She's going out, she's working at night.
Good, but good.
Honestly, I think we can only infer that she is the Baird Creek Bandit.
Yeah.
She has some kind of little suit and tie. She could be a first responder. She was like, I don't really know.
How was the thing?
Oh, yeah, she had a little thing.
You just slice them. And
She's a
then
security guard. She's some kind of authority. Yeah, you only have that little pin on your tie.
It's a tube, and you just need to slice them, and then you put them in the oven.
She's a boss. I love her. It was in fact not totally fine. She looks like a cop or something. The encrypted afro. I'm in it. It takes a lot of maturity. Yeah, man. Yeah, Polly's cool. Polly is cool. But truly, I want to find my
Hey,
my Fiona.
how was the thing?
What thing?
The thing with me.
Oh. Yeah. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if the Polly community ever finds the show,
Weird good, but good.
this is they're memeing that part. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So
Okay.
we have
See you in the morning.
her, some kind of authority, probably EMT. It could be a security guard. I'm leaning towards security guard. Earlier they were showing brain stuff. Kind of an older TV. Are those little somethings?
But surely beer and juleps cannot...
Okay. I have drunk my fair share of beer and juleps. I'm not a grammar guy, but I think it's drank. Gatherings, yet always I think back to surely beer, juleps cannot void achieve this, but famously costly.
Fill the void left by love. Indeed, only
The
wine
children of
can achieve
Norway.
this, but it is famously costly, which is why sadness is among the most recurrent issues facing the poor.
Remarkable. So astute.
Is it? That's what I was going for.
They're doing it, man. They're gonna bastardize this man's text just like they did Kier Egan's. Dylan said, copy that security thing or cop thing. In the beginning of the scene, she was without the coat. If she's an EMT, she could know Mark. Yeah, Lumon Night Security. Ooh, Lumon Night Security would be cool. She's going to arrest Mark S when he breaks. Yeah, nice. Honestly, her being an EMT, I think we did talk about this earlier, but her being an EMT would be cool in the sense of maybe she was the one who was like first on the scene with Gemma. Just like pull everything in. Facts, been married for 18 years, monogamous, and wouldn't have it any other way. We're meant for each other. We'd never let anybody else in. Yeah, heck yeah. Happy I was able to make one of these. Edward, thank you for being here. Have a wonderful night, my friend. Thank you so very much. Ricken is a sellout. I thought he hated Lumon. He's just naive. He let us all down. I wonder if Ricken will really let Lumon in. Okay. He is an insecure man. He's trying to do big things. Like, he's trying to do big things, and all of a sudden a company comes in and is like, hey, here's millions of dollars. Dog, like, millions of dollars is a life-changing amount of money. Also, again, their house was massive. What the fuck are they? Where are they getting this money? Like, the outside shot of their house, I'll bring this up in the video for sure, but it was massive again. And money is hard to say no to. A lot of people can have a lot of principles, and a lot of people can believe that they have a lot of principles. But at the end of the day, we all have bills to pay. And if at the end of the day, a lot of the things that we do, we're doing because we have bills to pay, someone comes in to pay your bills, and it's, you know, they have some kind of license over you.
Hi. Oh, my babe.
My babe.
This is Natalie Kalin from Lumon.
No one manipulates like Lumon. True. Ricken is old money. I think so too. It screams inheritance. Ricken's just thrilled at the attention. Yeah. I guess this kills any Ricken Devon is a Lumon agent theory. Ricken. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think either of them are.
Is everything okay?
Are Lumon,
Yes,
Luminoids.
yes. Natalie just stopped by to discuss my book, actually.
Oh. It's a joy to meet you, Devon. You must be so proud.
I am.
The fake newspaper said Ricken writes a pro-Lumon novel. Yeah, nine Kiers, 9 values a Kier, or something like that. Ricken's principles are as shallow as his friends. Exactly. Yeah, if you stand for nothing, you fall for anything, right?
Found its way onto our severed floor.
But it's also like his group represents like, I don't know, just like the virtue signal side of the world, right? They are, I don't know. It seems like Lumon is trying to play into a hyper progressive, like trying to create a narrative where they are hyper progressive, and his people are the people that also believe that they are hyper progressive. And so, yeah, I think it fits. I think that they know who they need to manipulate, and it's him and his friends.
Yeah, do we know how that happened yet?
So we've actually moved beyond that, and we are now discussing the...
Its work has found its way onto our severed floor.
Yeah, do we know how that happened yet?
So we've actually moved beyond that.
It's so funny. Yeah, we don't care about that anymore. We're actually...
And we are now discussing
the...
what was the term you used?
The result.
The result.
The result.
Happened yet?
Like the final solution, huh?
I am.
I'm sure you know by now that your husband's work has found its way onto our severed floor.
Yeah, do we know how that happened yet?
So we've actually moved beyond that, and we are now discussing the...
Hex low-key sounds kind of happy about that racist stuff, like he's into it. True.
What was the term you used?
He dismissed her so quickly, he did.
Ricken's words have had a profound effect upon our workers. We think he's really tough.
Dude, it's so good.
And Natalie wants to discuss a version of the UUR specifically for innies.
Oh. Okay. Well, that's cool. I mean, but what's wrong with the current version?
You know, it's like it's kind of too self-empowering, you know, like there's some things in there about like workers having rights and being individuals, and Yeah, basic human decency. We just kind of want to shave that off a little bit.
Nothing.
Just kind of tame our tempers a little bit.
The explanation is actually very interesting.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. It's actually super fascinating. Like, what I'm about to say is maybe the most fascinating thing, and it came from this person who is maybe the most fascinating thing.
It's fascinating, actually. You, please.
There's a certain verbiage to which innies respond more favorably if we just tweak it here and there.
They think that it could be a real game changer.
It's so good. Seth did not appreciate the portraits. No, he did not.
I gotta go, but she needs a bottle.
They were tone deaf. I'm intrigued by Natalie as well, especially after the behind-the-scenes footage. She's very interested in her character now. She's so good. I'm glad that we're seeing much more of her. This was a heavy Natalie episode, and she has a great presence. Like, I'm looking for what she's gonna say next in the scenes.
Okay, he's a good egg. Okay, 1 hour.
So she said her name's Nat.
Oh man, she was so disappointed in Ricken.
Natalie Kalen.
Why, bro? Literally letting the fucking devil into your home, like.
What was she asking? Like what I'm up to, or?
Nope, because it's Ricken they're after.
Ricken.
Yep, his book.
What?
I guess you and your work friends were so inspired by it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They want to do like an any specific cut.
Wow, okay. Well, there's a lot I'm not going to say.
And that is so appreciated.
I feel like they just like low-key revealed that the reason that they believe that the uprising, Macrodad uprising happened is because of the book.
Have you told Ricken what we're doing here?
Are you insane?
A lot of dudes letting their women down this episode. True.
Okay,
Ricken
so
folded so fast. Money.
2 minutes, 18 seconds. It's from the parking spot to the elevator.
How does someone like Devin end up with someone like Ricken? I do not know. I do not know. Also, message retracted.
I think the whole Mind Collective would
Did you
be
get
very
censored?
proud of this.
Or did you delete that?
As well as your kindergarten teacher. What the fuck was her name? Mrs. Lustgarten?
Yeah, Mrs. Lustgarten.
Mrs. Lustgarten? What the fuck is that?
Wow.
She really got me.
What the fuck is that?
Fuck, I gotta skedaddle. Will you be careful, please?
Yeah.
I do love you.
Hey.
Okay.
Devin is the best character on the show. Hell yeah. Queen.
Thanks.
Queen. Jake Harris says hog.
You're welcome.
As I guess. Yeah, okay. Hal. Yep. Ricken has a giant schlong. That's the only thing that explains it. For a kindergarten teacher. Yeah, Lustgarten. What a name. Miss Lustgarten. I wonder if that's like a historical name in any capacity. He will in fact not be careful at all. He in fact was not careful at all. Oh man, I feel so bad for Mr. Milchick. Oh, I keep saying it. I just need to make a Mr. Milchick the Betrayer video. Like, there's just something about it. It'd be such a cool twist. Like, he's looking at these things, but it doesn't feel like this is him understanding for the first time that Lumon doesn't actually believe he's a fucking person, right? Like, it feels like, wow, it's now much more apparent. And even this like sticking out like this. Like maybe it's saying that it's like something he cannot, oh my god, it's literally saying that he cannot push it to the side. He cannot put it away. He cannot, you know, make it not be the thing on the top of his mind. I think this is eating him up. And this seems so goofy. Like, what are you doing, bro? Why are you here? Where are you at? We can kind of skip through this because nothing really happens until she pops up. Oh, this part, though. Oh, this part, baby. Oh, this part. Tone deaf Lumon. Yep. Every name in the show is old. Even Mark's mother is dated. Burn, yeah. That extra shot of him putting the white sheet over his face. So much underneath that. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, that's a good catch, Brennan. If they agreed to fire him to rehire Cobel, he would insta-flip. Yeah. This is how they see me, is what it felt like he's thinking. Yeah. No, literally. Like, also her standing in this parking lot is so good. I audibly laughed. She is just standing here. Like, look how small she looks. Look how small. She's like, yeah, I'm here. Also, yeah, for all the old cars and stuff, their clothes are pretty modern, right? Like, maybe not Miss Cobel's, but...
If you want me back, you must accommodate my needs.
Listening.
I need to talk to Costume Co.
MDR, non-negotiable.
Driver dude has such a wild face, like it's round, yeah.
So close to completing Cold Harbor.
She also has a modern phone. Does she? Oh, she does. She just pulls out a big boy. We see Mark has a flip phone. I think that's the only phone that we see. We see Devin with a laptop. That's like the only other real modern thing. We also see the security guard with a modern monitor.
I hear ego. Hubris.
You know, I love this moment because it's like Helena's right, but also like it's just it's clear that they have created a system of control, and you know, like her ego doesn't need to be like, she's leader of the company. She's like, you know, a voice that carries everything. She says something and people do it. You know, where is her self-reflection on that ego and, you know, the powers that she has. And so when someone's like coming to ask in earnest for, you know, them to be back in the company doing the thing that they love, she's like, oh, your ego, you know, your ego's something. That's our founder might be ashamed of you, to be honest. Yeah. Sounding a little arrogant for wanting to do a good job here. Helena is Darth Vader and James is Palpatine. It feels like it for real. I made the Sith comment last video because I was like, yeah, or in the finale, because when we see him standing in the bathroom, I'm like, that's a Vader.
I was born into it.
She said, check your actual privilege. Check your actual privilege.
I think you've overestimated your contributions and underestimated your blessings.
Oh, dude. Oh, fuck, bro. Oh, God. It's the same phone as the one Mr. Milchick had in season 1 finale. Oh, okay. Is it bigger? I remember his had some kind of like sat phone feeling.
Are you sure?
When I heard resetting the scene, it reeked as a red flag for Cobel. Yeah. I said it in the video, man, like I fear no one comment. I was like, they might murk her. They might kill Miss Cobel if she doesn't start smiling again.
Doesn't have to be this way.
Why don't we reset? Claiming the moral high ground when they murdered and stole Gemma's body. It makes sense. Yeah.
Natalie, please see if the board is available.
Yeah, that's like an activation phrase or something. Please see if the board is available.
For Miss Cobel and myself.
Yeah, that there's a protocol there that if you get that phone call, you start getting the vats of acid in which they dissolve bodies ready. Oh my goodness. She's dead. Like, if her sixth sense doesn't kick in here, she's gone. And it's so curious why it does too, right? Like what steps in? What crosses her mind? Oops. He's got a scary face.
Harmony.
Well, she's actually petrified. Oh, I think Lumon killed her mom. I think Lumon 100% killed her mom. I think that's why the breathing tubes are there. Oh, and look at how they frame this too. Like her. It's cool. I don't know the significance yet, but it's a cool way to do that. Yeah, scene was scary. Yes. I love it though. I love the increased little heart rate going there. It was like the Gus Fring moment, yeah.
Jesus
Huge guy that scared
Christ.
her. Yep.
Are you trying to burn a message to your any?
Ironic how Cobel's devotion to Kier would cause problems for Helena and Lumon's agenda. Very true. Very true. Drummond is MIA this episode. Is that true?
To your retinas, because your
Yeah.
computer told you that was a brilliant idea.
Also, your computer is interesting.
Yeah. No. What? No. What?
I don't know what he's doing. Like, what? Obviously, open the door. Like, why are you not?
It doesn't work. The switch briefly dilates the pupils. Clean slate.
Okay,
also,
thank you.
Also, you could blind yourself.
Thanks.
And how was the
Briefly dilates the
I'm
pupils.
gonna
Huh.
send you a message back.
I saw someone saying in the Discord that this guy looks like one of the past CEOs.
I don't know.
Unlock the door.
Mark.
Why?
Mark was on Reddit.
We
Mark,
need to talk.
your computer equals Google.
Oh my god.
Mark, unlock the.
Oh my god.
Mark, unlock this fucking door.
Hey, yeah, you're right. Wada, she did murder somebody last time they met. That's true. Mark shitty car.
What?
There's an easier.
Mark.
Didn't seem particularly
Morty.
easy for PD.
Heard about the OTC.
I want a Ragabi episode. I want like episode 4 which apparently episode 4 goes hard. Yeah, I've heard some cool. I've heard nothing, but I've heard that after what am I saying? Like after the screeners came out, that like a lot of people thought that episode 4 was like a big peak. So I'm excited for next week.
Did he tell her your wife is alive at Lumon?
Yeah, Rabi, maybe you lead with that next time. Like, you know, if like you want more people on your team, something like that. That's kind of crazy. That's a crazy thing. I wonder if she has multiple people on the inside. We saw how they play the game. Mr. Milchick's reaction to the board's gift. Not how not to play the game. Miss Cobel making demands this episode. You are absolutely right, Quantum. That is true. P says her car exits left from the screen and exits stage left often refers to disappear discreetly from a scene. Ooh. That's cool. Before you brain someone. You saw how he was with Devin. Not that all the major actors are not against... Yeah. Dude, Ricken is absolutely going to sell out. He is absolutely going to sell out. And we'll have to see what his you know, very supportive friends say to that. Seems like a good moment to figure out if you're surrounded by enablers or not. People that actually have your best interests in heart. I don't think. Yeah.
Mark, I want to help you, but you have to trust me. There is one way and one way only to get information in and out of Lumon, and that's
It's your butt.
reintegration. I'm better at it now.
It's nature's pocket.
I can sew together a version of you that loves her with a...
Sewing together is an interesting thing. And I'm curious what she says, because I'm pretty sure she gets interrupted here, because this caught my eye right away. I can sew together a version of you that loves her with a version of you that can...
Yes.
What was she going to say? A version of you that loves her with a version of you that can get there, that can get her out, that can...
Do it.
Feels like there might be more there. But it could be straightforward.
I want to see my wife.
I love this scene. Like truly, if there was a way, the mark that they showed us, this is the mark that is in season 1. Yeah, navigate the sever floor. I think that's probably it, Wada. The way that he reacts here is so on point. It is so on brand. It is Mark 100%. This is the alcoholic who could not beat that demon because of such a profound loss and heartbreak that he is now seeing a way out of that moment, and he's going to grab, you know, another bottle. And this bottle looks like Rabi right now, and it is interesting if this works. I think it will. I think the best plot moving forward is that Mark is still in the story 100%. But yeah, he's a devastated man, and the prospect of seeing a wife again that you thought was dead and you mourned for, how long has it been? Like a year? 2 years? I love this. He's ready. He is very sure. There is something about, consent there. If you can truly consent in an emotionally compromised state, that I enjoy discussing, but at the end of the day, he said yes. In the same way that he agreed to Severance in the first place. Also, what is this? What is this witchcraft happening here? Does somebody know what this is? Is this like a actual tech of any kind, or is this like just a cool sci-fi thing? He was sober at the start of the episode. My questions are, was Mark not at home trying to burn the message into his retinas? How did she find him? Grayson, that's a great point. I don't know. I do not know how he found her. I'm sorry, how she found him. Jaja, hey, thank you for being here since the start. John says, I still think Gemma died. Some claim she was alive, but brain dead. Yeah. She was sober at the start, yep. This reintegration will lead to the image of Helly and Gemma overlapping. I truly, now, once and for all, we lose the romance with Helly, right? Yeah. And that's going to be interesting too. Like, if... man, it's going to be so interesting. Will Helly start realizing that something's off with Mark? You know, like she's been studying the tapes. She knows that there's some kind of romance. Will Helena be able to do much more like aggressive things now that he does or will probably pull away from her, and now that he wants to get back with his wife? Also, is Helena's image publicly known? Like, will Audi Mark recognize that Helly is like the CEO? I was thinking of tracking chips in the severed chips. I think so too. But there's a big old, like everything, there's so much talk about, or like underlying feel of surveillance and a lot of what they do. Remember the 4 circles in the Cold Harbor screen with Gemma, then look at the sand pattern later. Ooh. That's cool. Part of him loves Gemma, part of him will love Heliar. High school physics experiment. Oh wait, what are you saying? It's salt vibrating on a plate to visually spot resonance patterns. The plate is connected to 2 separate drives. I'll look more into that. Resonance patterns.
Delta, theta, alpha, beta.
I also have no idea if these are real things. Like, the way this was delivered feels like it is wholeheartedly a real thing. Yeah.
Beta, gamma. One frequency.
Like all of those are words that I've heard before in different context, and I need to look more if there's 5 different brain waves like that.
Not yet.
Keep your eyes on the icy rose. Yeah, those are real. Excuse me. 5 brain waves and 5 boxes that MDR refines numbers into. Yeah, I caught that too. Each has 4 tempers. Gemma being programmed as a sleeper agent. Like the Lexington letter.
Anyway,
ooh.
That's what we're here
I know
to
from Deus Ex. The title opener shows Mark look away and Helena runs that way. Then the other runs out Gemma. Ooh, John. Nice. Also, that's the creepiest part. That's the creepiest part. The actual creepiest part of the intro. Like, hate it. Hate.
Is it gonna hurt?
Ideally not.
She's such a bad doctor. Just lie.
What does your mouth taste like?
Also, I'd be panicking. If you gave me that question, I'm already freaked.
Nothing.
Good.
Sleeper agent holds some weight now too.
What the fuck?
Shit.
Yeah, it looks like there's one of the images from the Cold Harbor screen. It's hard for me to get behind the Mark and Helena thing. I mean, Mark only worked with them for a quarter, as far as we know. He was married to Gemma. Doesn't make sense to choose Helly if it comes to it. Yeah.
You all right?
I don't know, am I?
A research physician needs no bedside manner. Phil, that's true.
Get more complex. Do you remember protocol?
Is that the first question?
No, we haven't started yet.
Yes, I remember.
Relax your body.
I kind of felt like he was being snippy here, right?
You
Is that just me?
feel good when this is over. Who am I?
You should feel good when this is over.
Okay, so
Cut to him bleeding out like Petey did.
Where are we?
But also, they're telling us some stuff. What is this? How does this align with like how we know Petey died? Because there was still like the way they shot the scenes where he was coming out of the elevator and then Petey was having a like an active reaction in those moments. It felt like the editing could have been telling us that they were somehow linked, but maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just showing us, you know, the two things happening to build the suspense of them coming together in that moment when he inevitably finds what's happened.
My basement.
Innie Mark is like 2.5 years old. Yeah.
Fern Scout.
Wonder if this hand scene will play a role later. I bet it does. I bet like if he starts having issues, it's gonna start manifesting with his hand kind of shaking like that. Like
Seriously?
Brown. Brown.
Did you love her?
Yeah.
Did you love your mommy?
Name a damn.
Hoover.
Hot damn. Oh.
What does MDR stand?
Hey, there we go. We have holes. I'm tired of digging holes, Grandpa. All right, we got brainwaves. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What?
MD.
Maybe that's why we're seeing the rings. Maybe it's showing us a focus like through an individual brainwave. Well, that's too damn bad. Yeah. Do you think they'll show the reintegration from any Mark's perspective next episode? No. No, I think that what we're gonna see next episode is Mark here having some PT issues with keeping everything straight. Maybe it works really good at first and then starts getting harder and harder. Because I think that Petey was there for at least one day, unsevered, or reintegrated, and then things started getting weird.
Mystic.
That's wrong. What is something for which you feel shame? Shame.
My dog died.
I honestly thought about what I would say in that moment. I couldn't. I have no idea. I don't have like a list of things that I'm like so dreadfully ashamed of like that.
When I was a kid, it was my fault.
Why?
I left the gate open.
But as soon as he said that, I was like, damn, I kind of do feel bad. My first dog died. My first dog, his name was Hickory. I was like 13 years old. He, Morty. Myself, Bobo. As my current dog gets into things. Wild, thank you for being here. Yeah, my first baby, Hickory, he passed away after getting bit by a rattlesnake, and my mom told me to bring him in, and I didn't bring him in. I actually, as this played out, I was like, yep, I do feel bad about that. So now y'all know.
Sure.
We actually thought our neighbor poisoned him because my neighbor raised my neighbor raised roosters, and we really did think it was probably not for the best reasons, but my dog would always get out and chase after the roosters. I don't think they never killed a rooster or anything like that. And again, I'm like 13 years old at this time, but it was, yeah, like it wasn't like when we found him, we were really looking at the neighbors like, did you poison my dog? And then we found the bite.
What month is it?
You mean what quarter? Wait.
What is your first memory?
Oh wait, okay, I found the actual name. It is the Chaldin? Chaladin? Chaladin plate experiments. Alright. I'm going to trust you. The face. I'm going to Google this over here. Ooh. You're right. That is exactly what this is. Hey, good intel. Good research. It looks very dollhouse. I think the colors mean something. A lot of those neat videos online.
No. Tell me. Tell me.
I'm coming.
Tell me your first memory.
Hey there. You on the table?
Oh, it's so cool.
I wonder if you'd mind taking a brief survey.
I'm going to look at every single one of these scenes for 20 minutes.
Who are you?
Oh, it's so good. Oh. And there it is. And that's how it ends. That is episode 3. Oh, man. So cool. Actually, cinema. The experiment reminds me of Twin Peaks, The Return, rest in peace, David Lynch, rest in peace. Whose voice is that? That is Petey's voice. If you recall, he says that when he's telling Helena, trying to like get her to, or telling Helly, trying to get her to open up, that, you know, he was in that same position 2 years ago, and then I eventually became best friends with the voice that I threatened to kill. I'm hoping that we get to see some of Petey and Mark's time together, you know, before like everything kind of goes crazy. Like maybe we'll get to see the day that Petey was reintegrated and still working there. That'd be cool. It feels like we're headed for some flashbacks, especially since they're reintroducing a character who has the ability to jump in you know, their timelines. Makes it super chaotic, but also, if done well, you can do that to great effect. Flicka says, God, I cannot wait for next week. Me either. They better get a forklift to bring all the Emmys home. Hell yeah. How does one deal with 2 personas inside of them? A lot of lube. Just kidding. This is a Christian Minecraft channel. Remember Petey was manager before Mark? Yep. People forget best introverted end credit since Lost. No, exactly. Yeah, this being a giant white screen was like, oh.
Any Mark has this allegiance to his Audi. We have to find her and get her out.
We got
here.
to find her.
Trying to explore the floor and see if there's more clues as to what actually happened, and that's what brings us back to the goats.
Yes.
The goat room was my favorite place we ever shot. We had actual goats running around, and we see the people who are taking care of them. We get.
I love it. I love it so much. Bring it to a new day, hacks. Hey, everybody! The final day of January. We're spending it together.
Get a little bit of a sense of their culture and how sort
watch
of
out for copyright hacks. True, always. Mark reintegrates self will be interesting. Yeah. Primary reason for severing to fast forward time so I can watch the next episode. Yeah. Did anyone else mistake the start of the episode as a flashback? I had to rewind to rewatch as if. Dr. Deb, I'm not too sure. Did anybody mistake the start of the episode as a flashback? Oh, like with them in the office? I can see that. Are their Audis aware that they're dealing with livestock? Does the mammalian team have to shower after every shift? That's honestly a great point. Like, do they go home smelling like they work on a ranch? Rumors next episode will be a big reveal. True.
And then of course,
hey Vanessa. And Vanessa says, hey Deb.
Who's there as their leader.
Just finished it. Wow, what a ride.
Really
Captain, heck yeah.
That group in a very fun way.
Actually though. Y'all, I don't want to be weird about this. I just need to see your bellies. Like, like not even that weird. It's like it's not even crazy. Like,
Like to see your bellies.
yeah. Like you're looking at me like I'm fucking nuts, but like
But we
it's just
still
your
don't
bellies.
know what the actual purpose of the goats is and how what they're doing there relates to the greater picture of what's going on.
Nobody send me belly pictures, all right? Nobody go over to Instagram and flood my DMs with belly pictures. That wouldn't be the funniest thing humanly possible. Hoping for some weird cinematic tricks next week in a all POV episode. What else in Mark's head? Yeah. John, I'm truly so excited. Truly so excited to see what they are going to do with Mark. Mellow Melt. Mellow Melt, you have a check next to your name. I don't know what that means. I felt so uncomfortable about Helly this whole episode, man. I really don't buy the theories about her until I think it's Helena. I think it's Helena. Can I come out of your pouch yet, Hacks? It is warm in here. No. But I also like the idea that every member of the channel lives in a pouch in my belly. But also I got body. I'm not that fat, guys. All right, I'm not that fat. Brendan, why could you say? I'm just kidding. Team Helly all the way. It could be. Didn't Bert mention something about MDR having pouches season 1? Yeah, 100%. It's all about the narrative. It's all about Lumon creating stories in which the workers will self-police and ultimately not need to have a not need to be what am I trying to say? They'll just create the narrative in which the workers will do the work of hating each other so that they don't eventually team up and unionize. It really feels like that. It feels like this is a crazy union breaker mechanic. I have a bad feeling for one of our 4 is going to die this season. Who do we think is the most likely of the 4 to die? We did see that Irving has a melon sculpture in one of the trailers. I don't know. What do y'all think? Let me hear in the chat what who we think's not making it out of this season.
For what it is to be a person of color at
Harmony got a nice sack. True.
Lumon. Natalie presents
She got sacked.
with these paintings of Kier.
Finally caught up after watching it 2x speed. Julia, hey.
Sort of process this and try to question what's the motivation behind
Julia, that's so funny. Thank you for being here.
this.
Oh my.
We saw Melonhead and then
performances
Milchick
so much in that moment.
drives the bike over his neck. Yeah. Probably
Because
Irv.
it's about what you've
Amazing. They look the board representation. I'm sorry. Yep. Yeah, Captain 100%. That scene was so good. Irving is the only one we don't know the reason for them to sever. He did.
feel safe to say, and of course Natalie especially knows that you never know when somebody is listening at Lumon. She knows that better than anyone.
Seth gonna turn face.
Seth.
Does she get it? Is she going to be an ally? It's going to be very interesting to find out.
Dylan G, you've earned an 18-minute visitation event with your Audi's wife.
One of the running jokes from the first season is Dylan imagining that his Audi does muscle shows. He's just like,
Hey, I brought that up too.
The coolest guy ever, incredibly successful. Then all of a sudden he's like, wait a minute, there's something else going on here.
My husband has had trouble keeping other jobs.
Oof name.
So he's kind of a fuck up?
It was kind of a bummer. You know, it's not all wins. It's not all I'm the
Technically,
man.
we don't know why Dylan's severed. We have an idea. Phil, I agree with the sentiment, but I do think, like, I think by the end of me studying the way that they describe that situation, I'll pretty definitively say that we do. I think that, yeah, I mean, I think that he... I think that he played a lot of video games and was not able to stop playing video games long enough to lock in on something that he found truly meaningful to pursue in life. And Lumon comes and gives him the ability to lock in for 8 hours without having to consciously do it, and then he'll get a paycheck in which he can provide for his family.
There's a lot more going on.
I think it's probably that.
Of course, didn't want Dylan to know
Is
as a
Hax is
family,
any secretly
but
Ben
now that
Stiller? Honestly, y'all, I am Ben Stiller. I don't want to make a big deal of it, but
he knows that. How can they incentivize that? Because they know that that is now more important to him than any.
Have you ever seen me and Ben Stiller in the same room together? Oh no, but I want to. I want to so bad.
And so it just be.
Honestly, man, I grew up watching Ben Stiller movies, and Ben Stiller isn't like a actor that is on my mind in any meaningful capacity for like, you know, years at a time. But now that we're like in the Ben Stiller universe and talking about him and I'm making jokes about him, it would actually be cool to shake the hand of the villain from Dodgeball. That's all I want to say. I just want to let him know. I just want to talk some shit about Globodime. Globodime? I'm gonna remember the name first.
The ultimate perk. It becomes.
But yeah, average Joe's for life. All right.
And we will give you the thing that is the most important to you in the world.
He's also not really allowed to tell his coworkers about what's happening, so it kind of isolates him from them in a way that puts him at odds with all of his friends on the severed floor.
Dude, something's up there.
Jesus Christ.
So Mark sees us.
Also, yeah, like she appears like a specter, bro. Like what in the world? She just pops up.
She's
Eat Vision and Jack, baby.
basically coming to him saying,
Yeah, one look.
if you actually want to make contact,
The Western pick was so
you're
funny.
doing
I have one of those. Yeah. I think Irving used to manage O&D, and we're going to see a flashback to his retirement. Zoolander was amazing. Shoot my entire head. Yeah.
How
Is
dangerous
that my cat?
reintegration is.
That is my cat.
PD. So at first, Mark
That was my
is
cat.
reticent about it.
It's not until he learns Gemma may be alive that
Okay.
he's able to just say, yeah, okay, screw it, let's do it, let's try.
Yeah. You got his proof. I also like that we didn't see more of him being mean to Devin. It was just they were working together. Like by the end of the episode where Miss Cobel drives off and, you know, almost runs him over, he took that as actual proof of of them. John, I just read your comment of you know, to start looking into something, to start making some kind of plan, because then we immediately see him with the watch, timing things, making plans with Devin, doing a little arts and crafts with your sister. Love it. You met Ben on the set of The Cable Guy, right? You've been besties ever since? Yeah. We had the same agent. And honestly, we started hanging out, and it was just good vibes, me and Ben Stiller. I read Ricken's book lines in the Zoolander style. That's funny. Yeah, it's ridiculous, right? Like yeah. If universal basic income were available, Dylan would be less likely to sever, but more likely to lose his wife.
Really explore the reintegration process where he is literally starting.
That is an interesting thing, Phil.
Both consciousnesses and starting to see things and feel things.
And I think Mark knows.
That is an interesting thing. How universal basic income would affect relationships.
That there's a very real possibility that this doesn't work and that he doesn't survive.
Honestly, universal basic income could actually paint a pretty bad picture for relationships if that were true. I don't know. I wonder if there's like some meaningful philosophy or literature written about that dynamic there. All right, well that is the end of the episode. In Mr. Milchick's computer, this episode ID number 6516007-1002, being the only one with the key lit up. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah. John, I'll look into that. I'm coming in late, so sorry if I'm repeating. Was Devin Mark's diner experience a setup then? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Milchick also ticks off log R under active source log before the camera angle changes. Yeah. When he's sitting there at nighttime, okay. I don't know if I want to dig around too much for this right meow. Hey, okay, there we go. Active surveillance, active source log. Yeah, these are the same. CMR, commander, term, logs feel self-explanatory. Administration control panel listing 1 user. Executive drawer system. Executive drawer system. Or drawer? Huh. Very interesting. I'll look more into that. Message retracted. $20. Thanks for the banging stream. Hey, thank y'all all for being here. We are just about to wrap up. Props to Milkshake for being a manager who actually delivers on his promises. True. Honestly, in the way that they're going, I kind of want him to succeed as a manager now. Like, because then we'll have a moment where probably again the higher management will be like, wow, I can't believe you actually did your job. You know, I can't believe you actually did this. Like, you know, someone like you, like overcoming being black. I mean, you know, overcoming everything you've overcome to be here and serve Kier. Like, it must have been so hard for you. I kind of hope he does a banging job just so we can see him like once again have to eat that crow if he continues serving the bad guys, right? Like, does Natalie's painting have a mustache? Is it her face on a man's body? Oh, that's a great point. That's a great point. Yeah, is Kier a woman? Is Kier a black woman for Natalie? Like, is that what it is? Phil, I bought the season 1 Blu-ray. Okay, well, I think okay, do you think Cobel knows the bodyguard from another part of life, like she knows that he was reset and said F that? No, Brandy, I really think that she she understood her position and has historically known Lumon to do those things, or at least heavily sensed it, and came to her senses as she was making demands with really no power on her side. She said you left me with a check. Yes, you did. Oh, as the setup. Yo woo. Yeah, I'm not sure I've really thought about Devin setting anybody up, or setting Mark up specifically. It could be. She could be. I mean, if Devin is like a secret agent or like has ulterior motives or something like that, that would be a quite unexpected twist. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I think we are just about rounding out our moment together, y'all. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all so very much. And I will try to get the stream to have a little bit more functionality going into stuff for super chats. I really want to do music dance experiences like that, but like actually have, you know, a setup where I can just full on commit to dancing in the same essence and acting style of you know, as if we were on the show. Yeah, I want to give that to y'all. Plus, I feel like if Ben Stiller and I will ever have a chance of meeting, I need to do that. Like, that's what's gonna get me. That's what's gonna get him and I. I mean, again, we all know we're best friends, but you know what I'm saying. Good night. Thanks for the stream. Didn't Devin say she was gonna buy Mark some shitty diner food? Yeah. Thanks for the stream. All right. Goodbye. For real this time. Farewell. Au revoir. Much love. Thank you so much for being here.